Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time I'm going to be doing a feel on myself. So of course the first thing that I'm doing is just going in and removing these big pieces. I use my hard gel to apply these, and as you guys can see, they stayed on really good. I was actually having a really hard time trying to take them off, y'all. It took me like literally 10 minutes just to take those off. But after I got them off, I'm going in with the Sparkle Drill by Melody Susie, and I'm using the extra coarse safety drill bit, and I'm just going in and removing that top coat from the nails. Also going in and just following down the acrylic, especially around the cuticle area. As you guys can see, I had a little bit of lifting, and you can tell because the acrylic looks a little bit more whitish. Now, if you have a lot of lifting, if it's literally lifting to where like it's only attached at the tip, I always recommend to go ahead and just remove the nail and replace it, because if not, it's gonna continue to, or it's just gonna lift again, and you're risking your client getting a greenie or even breaking the nail off really bad. And then plus, lifting nails really just hurt, you know, especially if you hit it on something or if you accidentally like lift it some more, whatever the case may be. So just go ahead and take it off and replace it. But same thing, we're gonna go in and just go ahead and finish removing all of that gel polish. And as always, I am using the e-file at 15,000 RPMs, but of course just adjust it to whatever speed you feel more comfortable using it at. So up next, I'm just going in with a cuticle pusher, and I'm just pushing back the cuticles. This is going to expose the new growth and help with reducing lifting. So after I finish pushing back the cuticles, I'm going in with the 180 sanding band, and this time I am using the e-file at 6,000 RPMs. And I'm just going in and removing the shine from the natural nail. As you guys can see, I'm going in as close as I can to that cuticle area and going from the right side, working my way all the way around to the left side, and just following until there's no more shine on the nail. And the reason why our nails have that shine is because our body produces a lot of oils. Those oils just happen to be on our natural nails, which is why they're always shiny. So we just have to go in and remove that, because if not, you will get lifting. So you don't want to skip this step. And like I said, you want to make sure you get as close as you can to that cuticle, and also make sure that when you're doing this, that you're not putting too much pressure on your natural nail, because if not, you will cause the nail to burn, because it's going to create that friction. And I don't know about y'all, but I've had that happen, or I mean, I've done it to myself, and it literally makes you jump, y'all. So make sure that you're careful. And as always, adjust the drill to whatever speed you feel comfortable. Alrighty, so after we finish doing all of that, now I'm going to go in with the primer, and I'm going to apply this to the natural nail only. And the primer is just going to help the acrylic adhere a lot better to the natural nail. Alrighty, so now I'm just going in with the acrylic. I am using the JC Beauty Concepts Cover Pink, which is a really pretty light pink acrylic. And I am using my Alpha brush in a number 12 to apply it. So as you guys can see, the first thing that I did was go in with a medium-sized bead. I placed it closer to the cuticle area, pat it down, and then brushed it down towards the tip. And of course, cleaning around the cuticle area. Next, I went in with a second bead, placed it right below that one. Same thing, patting it down and brushing it out. Make sure that when you're brushing, that you're brushing super gently, because you don't want to brush the product off the nail. You literally just want to even it out. And as always, make sure that as you're working, you're steady looking at your nail from different angles. That way you know exactly where you need to apply more product. And like I said, y'all, make sure that you clean around the cuticle area really good. That way, you know, afterwards you don't have any dried up acrylic on the skin, because then it's going to be really hard to take off. So really the goal here is just to, of course, fill in the back and just really even everything out, and making sure that we have a nice apex and thickness at the tip. Also, just want to remind you guys that whenever you're working, you want to make sure that you're not working with too much product, because you can always go in and add a little bit more if you need to. But if you go in with too much, for one, there's a possibility that you just apply too much and you're not able to control it, and it starts flooding the cuticle area, and it's just going to be a hot mess. Or two, you're going to make the nails really thick and bumpy and lumpy. So I always just like to go in with a little bit at a time and just adding more to build that apex and thickness. But you know, everything is different for everybody, so just whatever works for you, but that's just what I suggest. Alrighty, so after I finish applying the acrylic, I'm going in with my 80/80 hand file and I'm just reshaping the nails, going in on the sides and the free edge at exactly a 90-degree angle. And remember that as you're shaping the nails, you want to make sure that you're paying really close attention. That way you don't overfall on, you know, the sides, or that way you don't like take away, you know, the like corners from the free edge, because trust me, if you hold your file slightly, you know, at a different angle, you are going to round those corners off, and then, you know, you could possibly end up with a crooked nail if maybe you overfall too much on one side. So just pay attention to what you're doing, because you most definitely will be able to see your shape change as you do it. So up next, I'm going in with my e-file and I'm going to use it at 6,000 RPMs, and I am using the extra fine drill bit. And as always, just going around the cuticle area, going from the right side all the way over to the left side, and just going back and forth until you're able to see where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. And when I say that, I don't mean that there has to be a huge gap, literally just enough to where you're literally able to see those three things. That way you know that the acrylic is not on the skin and you're not going to get any lifting, and that acrylic is nice and sealed. So same thing for all of them. Again, I'm using the e-file at 6,000 RPM, so it's not going too fast, but whatever works for you is completely fine. Now, if you are a beginner and your nails are still bumpy and lumpy and thick, then you have to spend a little bit more time during this step. But for me, I just make sure that I focus around that cuticle area. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on all of them, and then we'll move on to the next step. So after I finish filing all of the nails, I'm going in with the buffer, and this is going to get rid of any of the scratches left on the nails from the hand file or the e-file, so make sure that you buff those nails really good. So now I'm going to go in with this black gel polish by McCart, which I absolutely love. And then I'm going to be using the blooming gel by Mia's Secret. I'll be sure to leave the link down below to my Amazon storefront list where you can find this at. So I did a coat of the blooming gel, and then I'm going in with the black gel polish while the blooming gel is still wet, and I'm just going in and doing the little ovals going down the nail, and then I'm gonna do them on the side as well. And you definitely want to work fast when you're doing this style of nail because that blooming gel does spread pretty quickly. Right after this, I'm gonna go ahead and cure it, and then also whenever I'm doing like multiple nails with this design, I always do each finger individually because like I said, it does spread pretty fast. Next, I'm gonna go in with my small nail art brush, and I'm just gonna create that V-shaped design. So just going all the way from the side of the nail and then meeting right in the middle at the tip, and then I'm gonna go in and just fill in, you know, the rest of the sides with the nail polish brush. So for the thumb, I'm just gonna do a line going straight down the middle of the nail. I wanted to still incorporate the black on this nail, but I also didn't want it to be too much because I didn't want it to take away from the pink acrylic. So after this, I'm gonna go ahead and cure for 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna go in with some bling. So I wanted to keep it pretty nice and simple, yet really pretty. And this is definitely one of my favorite sets that I've done in a while. Like I said, pretty simple, but it was still like really just, I don't know, I really like this set. So I am using my AB SS16, SS12, and SS6, as well as these bigger pieces. And all of these stones are from Sky Beads. I'll be sure, honestly, I don't know, do they still sell? I don't know, but I'll leave the link down below if anyone is interested. Oh yeah, and then also, as always, I am using the Soleil Nail Adhesive to apply the bling. I will be sure to leave her information down below so you guys can go check her out because I absolutely love her glue. So yeah, I'm just going in and applying the bling, and then I'm also going to apply some on the pinky and then on the thumb. Alrighty, so just like that, and then after that I'm gonna go ahead and apply the Madam Glam gel top coat, and then I'm gonna cure this hand for 60 seconds, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other hand. Alrighty, so same thing, going in with the blooming gel, doing a thin coat of that over the entire nail. And then before we cure, I'm going to go in with the black. I'm just using my little dotting tool, just doing those spots all the way down the nail and on the sides For the index finger, we're going to do the outline on the sides. For the thumb, the line down the middle, and then we're going to go in with the bling. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. As you guys can see, they turned out super pretty. I absolutely love this set. They just look so clean and so neat and just so beautiful. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at GetNo32, and I will see you guys next time.